Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 139th Annual Boise Metro Chamber Gala. We wouldn't be here without our sponsors, and I'd like to thank them right off the bat. First of all, Charlene Marr of Blue Cross of Idaho has been great. They are our diamond sponsor tonight. Our platinum sponsor is Bank of Idaho. Thank you, Jeff Newgard and your team. And our gold sponsors, Alaska Airlines, Albertsons, and Idaho Central Credit Union. And to all of you who bought tables or who just bought tickets to be here tonight, this is going to be a special evening. As most of you know who've been with the Chamber for a long time, this evening helps fuel our activities all year long. So every dollar you spend with us tonight goes toward the programs that we do. Whether it's helping to try to get Amtrak back here to Boise, or whether it's running the most popular and the best young professional program in the country. You're supporting all of those things, and you'll hear a little bit more about that in just a second. We're doing something a little bit different this year. Usually this gala is all about us. It's all about the Chamber, and God knows we need your help. We've had a couple of tough years. But nobody's had a tougher year than the people of Ukraine. And this year, part of your proceeds from this event are going to support Ukrainian relief. And I'm so happy to have John Ondrasik, Five for Fighting, here tonight. He's America's song uniter. The guy who was there for after 9/11 with the song that became the anthem of 9/11. That was John Ondrasik in his song Superman. Or his song 100 Years that brought generations together. Well, now he's written a song called Can One Man Save the World about President Zelensky. He'll play that for us tonight. Again, thank you for coming. I hope you have a great night. Thank you for supporting us and our organization, and tonight, a special thanks for supporting Ukrainian relief and our friends in Ukraine fighting for their freedom. Have a great evening, everyone.
Hi, my name's Carrie Westergaard. I'm the Executive Director of the Boise Convention and Visitors Bureau, soon to be known as Visit Boise. Our mission is to inspire people to explore Boise. We do that in a variety of ways, from marketing, promoting, and selling Boise as a destination to leisure travelers, cultural, sporting events, meetings, conventions, and corporate travelers. The Chamber's business community relationships have been vital in our success. We've always been an exterior organization that's done everything outside of the area, and it's been really great and wonderful having this relationship with the Chamber, and it's really opened up the community to what we do, and it's forged those relationships with over 1,800 businesses, which equal about 80,000 employees in the Boise area. You know, I ask my team members this question about what makes us excited about, coming to work every day, and the answer is consistently the same, where we all feel like we're a bigger part of the community. We represent everybody. We don't represent just one business, and it's really exciting to showcase our community to the world, and that's what we love about our work.
Well, first off, so people know what the trifecta is it's actually three things that I've been interested in my entire public service career, and that's education, taxes, and transportation. And we always thought that, 1 year maybe we'd do taxes, and 1 year we'd do education, and 1 year we'd do transportation. But because of the incredible velocity and the help of the Chamber and many, if not all, of the businesses that belong to the Chamber, we were able to do all three in 1 year, and that's when I started calling it my trifecta. But it was because of the individual work that every business did to make Idaho the fastest recovering state of all the states after COVID. And I think the fact that a lot of people, if they were going to deploy capital, they deployed it in Idaho rather than other states because of what we had here, made it possible to do all three of those things at the same time, and that's why I call it my trifecta. The chambers, if they're run properly, serve as a common gatherer of somewhat similar and somewhat dissimilar interests to get a project across the finish line. Transportation, education funding, tax reform. And so, you know, to listen to 100 or 200 or 500 or 1,000 businesses, it's hard for policymakers, whether it be in the executive branch or the legislative branch, to have a common message. The chamber serves as the venue to put people together to aggregate that common message, and then you move the needle, because there's always a different opinion, and the chamber has to do the hard work of getting people to coalesce around what they think is the best idea.
So the first time I heard about LBA, I think was 2020, towards the end of the year, from my counselor. She told me that this was a great opportunity and that if I had done it, I would get some leadership qualities, some skills from it, and then it would also help me in the future when I go to college or work stuff. So I was like, oh, this sounds like a great opportunity, so you know what, let me do it. So the scholarship was a little like a month after I had graduated from LBA, and my counselor had told me, she said, there's an opportunity from LBA that I just found out that you could do, which is a scholarship. You could get it for your college, for them to pay for your scholarship and for your tuition. And then afterwards, I signed up, and there was a lot of people signing up. So it was like, ooh, am I gonna get it? Am I not? It was kind of nerve-wracking. But then they had sent me an email saying, Nima, congratulations, you got the scholarship. And at that moment, I was just so happy because I was in need of that scholarship. So I am a student at CWI, and I'm majoring in health science. The reason I'm majoring in health science is because I'm interested in medicine, so that when I go into Boise State, I can study more medicine, because in the future, I want to become an OBGYN. I want to help out females with everything they need. So that really interested me, because my mother was one too. In the future, I am planning to apply to become one of the future Leadership Boise Chamber leaders, because I want to help the other students who are also in LBA go through the same process and have fun like I did. We feel more connected when we have someone who's the same as us, who has the same experience as us. It just makes us feel a little bit more happy and more comfortable in the programs. Yeah.
I'm Tom Mortel, and I chair the Chamber's Policy Committee. The Policy Committee is comprised of the chairs of the other Chamber committees, other members of Chamber leadership, and others who demonstrate an interest in how public policy affects businesses in Idaho of all sizes. The Policy Committee has members who represent some of Idaho's largest and some of its smallest businesses. During the legislative session, the Policy Committee is where the rubber meets the road when it comes to the Chamber's advocacy efforts. The Chamber Board has delegated to the Policy Committee the responsibility of taking positions for, against, or neutral on the dozens of pieces of legislation that are proposed during each session of the Idaho legislature. We meet weekly and collaborate with the Chamber's great advocacy team about the issues that are or could affect Idaho's businesses. We also weigh in on federal issues that may affect Idaho's businesses. As a committee and as a chamber, we enthusiastically supported both the federal CHIPS bill and the Idaho legislation that provides incentives for semiconductor manufacturing in Idaho. These laws are crucial to bringing back to equilibrium a semiconductor industry that desperately needs manufacturing capacity in the United States. Resuming production in Idaho was obviously a wonderful decision for Micron, both as a company and for the community it has always called home. We commend them on that decision to invest these amounts in Idaho. We also commend the many individuals and entities, including those at the Chamber and the Boise Valley Economic Partnership, who helped make this happen. The day of Micron's announcement also happened to be the day the Idaho legislature met in special session and passed significant tax relief for Idaho's businesses, including a reduction in the corporate income tax rate, which the Chamber has long supported. At the end of that day, Bill Connor's email to me said that it was the best day for the Chamber in his decade plus that he's led the chamber. I will have to say, I agree with Bill wholeheartedly. Thank you.
So some of the biggest wins we had for the Valley in the last about year and a half, we had AZEC, which is a manufacturing, they do decking, and then we had Stowe Company come in, which is a great company that we were really proud to get, which does a lot of shelving and cabinetry from office to residential. And then one of the great wins that the Chamber really helped us with over the years was we've got a huge data center that's coming in, and that's through Meta. And so we're really looking forward to that, which actually was great because CUNA had never had a project of that size ever come there. And so this is going to be kind of a foundation for a lot of industrial development out in that area. So our relationship with the Chamber and the Convention and Visitors Bureau is so important. We're all under one rooftop, and so the great thing that happens there is if I have any questions about tourism or hospitality, or I need a connection to someone that the Chamber knows, we all work really well. So it's kind of like, you know, all the things that happen in the community are all represented under one rooftop, and that being the rooftop under the Boise Metro Chamber. The one thing I do know is that as the economy goes up and down, I don't think you could be in a better metro than the Boise Metro when it comes for things ahead, good things ahead, some of the tougher times, challenges we may have. I mean, when you look at what Micron just did, when you look at the business attraction that we've brought in, and just the overall growth of this valley, this is not going to be one of those places that gets shut down. No matter what, I think we're going to be doing and thriving in the future for a long, long time. What gets me excited about going to work every day is I get to represent something. I've done economic development in other areas throughout my career, but there's something about selling something that you love so much. I've never been flying in here after a trip somewhere else, and I get to go to some great places for vacation, but also for work. I never once have said, gee, I wish I would have lived somewhere else. Boise for me has been just home, and I hope to be here for a long, long time because it's just an extraordinary place to be.
As you can see, your Boise Metro Chamber has been busy this year. Working alongside BVEP, or Convention and Visitors Bureau, we are continuing to grow the economy here in the Boise Valley. Working alongside with our elected officials like Governor Little, we are helping to spur economic growth in a thriving economy. We are also so excited through the generosity of the Boise Metro Chamber and the generosity of our sponsors and you, our guests here at the Gala, we are able to support the humanitarian efforts happening in the Ukraine, supporting the American Red Cross and their work there. Finally, I just want to thank you all. We are a nonprofit, and this is our biggest fundraiser of the year. And it is with all of you that we're able to make this a success and continue doing the great work of the Chamber and supporting our small and large businesses alike and making sure that the Treasure Valley continues to thrive and grow. So thank you all, enjoy your evening, and have a great time.